cannon apart, carry it and the ammunition down to the cave. I have to report to Barrett.
Well, we made it.
Yeah, but we're a long ways from home. We still don't know where that launch came from. Look, there's a fishing camp about a mile down the beach. I'll walk down and try to get a boat. Then we can row out around the point and try to spot their hideout.
All right. Okay if I stay here?
Sure. I won't be long. Look, you better go over in those rocks. Try to keep out of sight. Maybe some of their gang are still hanging around.
I'll be careful.
Are you sure the people in the speedboat were killed?
They must have been. It was blown to bits.
Even so, Conroy must have known where they were going, and he'll have the Coast Patrol searching for them. That cave isn't safe anymore. What's left in it?
Only a half a dozen cases of gas. Person's watching them.
Well, we must get that gas to a safer place. I sent Bill Gaines' schooner out yesterday to pick up that shipment of ammunition. He's on his way back now, and he should be somewhere near the cave.
Call for you, Skipper. Captain Gaines, a sea trader, come in.
This is Barrett, Gaines. What's your position?
We're a few miles off your hideout cave in a flat calm.
Well, that's fine. As soon as you can, stand into the cave and pick up a cargo of light bulbs. Daly will meet you there.
Light bulbs, huh? All right, I'll pick them up. Seems like a lot of trouble for just 6 cases of gas.
Even 6 cases should be enough to panic those natives who are defending their United Nations protectorate. And if the rebels win, they'll cooperate with my country. And my country will be duly grateful to you.
I'll get it ready for him. Where?
Just beyond those rocks.
That could explain a lot of things. Here, let's take a look. Right on your feet. Come on, come on, come on.
Think we can find out anything from him?
Could be. We'll take him to Major Conroy. Have a try at it. Here, Vivian, you watch him. I'll take a look around. I think I got it now. There must be a hidden entrance from the ocean side which lets them bring their boats right into the cave.
No wonder they can smuggle things in so easily. Look, light bulbs. I wonder if the gas is hidden in there.
These cartons have never been underwater. Of course, they could have repacked the stuff.
Are they that heavy?
Too heavy for light bulbs.
Drop it.
Brother.
Yeah, me too. Well, what next?
Well, I'm sure that the poison gas is in these containers. We better take one along and turn it over to Major Conroy.
You know that schooner?
Yeah, it belongs to Bill Gaines. I don't like to ask any favors of him, but it's better than rowing all the way home.
Yeah, that's Tom Rogers.
What do you suppose he's doing here?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it might mean trouble for us. You stand by, I'll do the talking. Ahoy, Tom! What are you doing out here?
Ahoy, Bill! My boat cracked up. It's a long way home. How about a lift?
Sure, come on alongside. Throw the ladder over for him.
Bill, this is Vivian Wells, Captain Gaines.
How do you do, Captain?
Glad to know you, Miss Wells. What do you got there, Tom?
Oh, just some salvage I picked up on the beach.
Pretty heavy for light bulbs, Tom.
Oh?
Look, Tom, I gotta know more about that case before I can take a chance on landing it.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. Been a lot of phony cargoes around here, and I don't want to get involved in a smuggling racket.
Look, Bill, I'll take the responsibility what's in that box. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yes, I do, Tom. This is my ship, and I'm not gonna get in trouble.
What do you intend doing about it?
I'll lock you in a cabin till customs clears that case.
Oh, no, you're not.
here, quick!
What about Tom? You can't leave him here.
He started the fire. Let him stay here. You too.
Tom! Tom, hurry! The ship's gonna blow up!
We're both going to start walking this time. I'm not going to leave you here alone again.
That suits me. Let's try the road. We might pick up a ride.
That's a good thought.
Yes, they both got back to town. One of my men saw them come in on a fishing camp supply truck.
But they couldn't have taken the gas with them.
I don't see how they could. But you can bet by now they've sent someone down to the cave to pick it up.
Yes, I'm afraid there's no question about that. Our problem now is to get it back from them, which means that first we must find out what they did with it.
They could have it at the trading post.
Perhaps. Somebody in there might talk about it. With this instrument, a person can easily hear through the trading post walls. Keep watch day and night and listen in on every conversation.
Handy gadget. I'll take care of it.
Poison gas, all right. One of the deadliest, and explosive as well. We're pretty sure of the country it came from, but we still don't have enough evidence to take the case before the United Nations.
Well, surely we have enough proof to convince the Vermont authorities how serious this smuggling business is to the peace of the whole world.
Oh, yes, there's no question about that. They've already assured me the Coast Patrol will be doubled, so I don't think we'll have to worry anymore about smuggling around here for a while.
Does that mean I'm out of a job, Major?
No, it means you have another assignment. The United Nations has decided to send in envoys to attempt to make a peace settlement between the Khan and the rebels. Now, you get along well with the natives. Miss Wells speaks the language. So we'd like you both to help with the negotiations.
We'll be glad to. What are the chances of arranging a truce?
We think they're pretty good. The party of envoys will carry a valuable assortment of presents, not only cash, but medals and other personal gifts. Now, that's the kind of diplomacy the rebel chief will understand. So he ought to agree to make terms with the Khan.
Sounds encouraging. When do we go?
The party of envoys will leave by tomorrow night's train. We'd like you and Miss Wells to travel with them. Oh, here's a rough draft of the peace proposals.
Hello, Vivian.
Hi, Tom. Major. Davy, that man was always with him. They're just outside the window. Be careful. They may have you covered.
You keep studying these papers. I'm going outside.
Take care of him. Look, all I want to do is talk to you.
Will you stop it? Cut it out!
Now we're going to talk. And so that was that. Of course, your friend, the rebel chief, might want to keep on fighting.
If the United Nations people start peace negotiations with the chief, there's a very good possibility he can be persuaded to stop fighting.
But don't you think, after all the ammunition and money your country's given him, he'll continue to play along with you?
Only until he thinks he can get a better offer from the other side. Chief is thinking of himself first, last, and always. Can't be trusted.
So what can we do about it?
Well, we can prevent the envoys from reaching the interior with their gifts. You say they're leaving on tomorrow night's train?
That's right.
Well, that's a through train, but there should be some way of getting on it. Oh, of course. Have Al get a mail bag.
A mail bag?
What's everybody doing?
Playing cards in the lounge car. We're having a wonderful time.
Good. Makes it unanimous. Everybody's passed the security check, and we don't have a stop to Fort Angkor. Looks like we're going to have a quiet trip.
I hope so.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Pass the eastbound express in a few minutes.
KD calling B.
Come in, Kurt.
Your plan is working without a hitch. The envoy's train should be running wild by now. My man has just thrown the switch here.
Very good.
Yeah. Think I'll stick around and see the wreck.
All right. And afterwards, pick up Gerson and come back here.
Be seeing you.
I'll turn in. Tom!
Francis coming. We gotta jump. Vivian! Vivian!
What's up?
I just received a message from one of my spies at Fort Angapur. Rogers and Miss Wells arrived there about 2 hours ago.
Are you sure? The peace envoys were killed. Rogers and the Wells girl were on the observation platform, and we know that was completely destroyed.
Well, they escaped somehow, and they may cause us trouble.
Just the two of them can't stop a rebellion.
Probably not, but it would be foolish to take any chances. Success of that rebellion will mean another satellite for my country, and failure of the United Nations.
I know. Well, it'll probably work out for you.
Oh, it'll work out all right. We're going to insure it. Rent a plane and fly up there.
To Fort Angapur?
Of course not. To the camp of the rebel chief. Here. Give him a substantial cash bribe and promise him more if he'll keep on fighting. And warn him he'll lose all our support if he listens to any peace proposals. Now, here's the chief's camp at this point, just across the border from Fort Angapur.
Thank you.
As I explained last night, this is a very nasty situation. The rebels have the Khan's forces practically surrounded, and he still won't ask for help.
Would you help him if he did ask you?
But of course, the Khan is a recognized ruler of the United Nations Protectorate. But his is an independent nation. I can't move troops into it without his authority.
Colonel, what are the chances of negotiating a truce with the rebels?
Practically none. The envoys could have gotten through. They might have arranged some kind of a temporary armistice, but it wouldn't have settled anything. The rebel chief is nothing but a bandit. He never could be trusted to keep to an agreement.
Then the real answer is to send in troops and clear out the rebels.
Exactly. But as I pointed out, we have to have the Khan's permission first, and I can't even cross the border to contact him.
There are no such restrictions on Miss Wells and myself. We're civilians. Maybe we could get permission for you.
You might at that. Khan's a reasonable man. But the problem is reaching him. The Khan is staying with his troops, and he has his headquarters in a cave in the mountains, right in the middle of rebel-held country. And, of course, I couldn't give you a military escort.
Naturally. Still, we might be able to work our way through rebel lines at dark. Is there a road?
Of sorts, passable for a jeep. And I could lend you a jeep if you insist on going, but I warn you, it's risky business.
Well, we understand that.
Colonel, can we leave tonight?
If you wish. Come, let's go into the office and look at the maps. The rebel chief has his headquarters not far from the border.
The country of Baran Sahib is very generous.
They want you to know they're your friends. They do not wish to see your people ruled by a dictator who takes his orders from the United Nations.
Let us be honest among ourselves. The Khan is not a dictator. Maybe I would be one. That matters not at all to the country you and Baran Sahib represent, or to me. I intend to rule my country. For patriotic reasons? Possibly. For the power and wealth it will bring me? Surely. So I will cooperate with you and Baran Sahib, as it would be difficult for me to overthrow the Khan alone.
We'll help you with all the guns and ammunition we can bring in. But you'll have to look out for peace offerings.
There is no danger of that.
You're wrong, Chief. There's a man and a woman at Fort Angapur right now who will try and come here and make peace offers to you.
A man named Rogers and a young woman named Wells.
You know about them?
I, too, have spies in Fort Angapur. It is war, Rogers and Miss Wells' plan, not peace. War against me. But within minutes, after they cross the border, I shall know it. And the route they plan to follow. The soldiers at my outpost will see that they never reach the Khan.
It's quiet enough so far.
It's too early for trouble. We're barely over the border.
Rogers and Miss Wells crossed the border. Connie! Connie, wait!
What's that?
No more trouble. The signal fire. Better get your gun ready. See what I can do about that fire. If I can put it out, the natives will think we've been stopped and leave.
I better have a few of those too, Tom.
Right. You better stay here. Keep a sharp lookout for the natives.
I will.
hidden here.
You sure there's no chance of getting the car through?
Oh, I'm afraid not. I broke up that bunch around the signal fire, but there'll be more of them riding up. And I know they'll be watching the road.
How much farther is it to the Khan's cave?
Oh, it's about 10 miles. I think I can make it on foot, all right. Even if I do have to dodge their patrols.
It won't be easy to keep out of sight in this kind of country.
Well, maybe I'll get a break. I'll be daylight in about an hour, so I better get going. You'll be safe here, and I'll get back as soon as I can.
All right, Tom. Lots of luck.
Thanks. I may need it. Hold it. Get your hands up.
Rogers has gotten through from Fort Angapur. He attacked two of my men, disguised himself in their clothes, and rode past our lines.
Where did they go?
To the Khan's camp, as expected. It's too late to stop him now.
Your spies were right. Instead of coming here and offering you a bribe for peace, he's gone to the Khan.
What can he gain? The Khan cannot stop the fighting, or he would have done so long ago. It is well known he is a man of peace.
Suppose Rogers persuades the Khan into asking for help from the soldiers at Fort Angapur.
Would they help him?
Of course they would. All the Khan has to do is give Rogers a written request to the commander.
We cannot fight them off. They have cannon.
Then stop Rogers from getting back to the fort with the Khan's instructions.
That would be difficult.
Why?
The Khan is the religious leader of my people. If he chooses to make this man his official messenger and gives him the sacred symbol of that office, my men would not touch him. The Khan knows this.
Then I'll take care of him myself. The sacred symbol don't mean anything to me.
Let it be in your hands. But it must be done very carefully. My men would be very angry if the Khan's messenger were murdered.
An accident can happen to anyone, even a Khan's messenger. Gerson.
But how did you get past the rebels? They have me practically surrounded.
It did take a bit of doing, Your Highness. We were barely over the border before they started shooting at us.
Bandits, firing on an emissary of the United Nations. But of course they may not have known that.
I say they did know it. Probably urged to do it by the representatives of that foreign country which has been supplying them arms and munitions.
That could be it. Those foreigners have been doing everything possible to help the rebels overthrow my government.
Unfortunately, they've been doing it all over the East. Trying to set up governments which would be friendly to them and later on becoming satellites of their own country.
That shall never happen to my people. The time has come for me to do everything within my means to put down this rebellion.
Well, the troops at Fort Angkor, Your Highness, are ready to help you at any time. But it must be done at your request and with your permission.
Yes, I know. Until now, I've hesitated to call upon them, for it will mean bloodshed. But now I can see it as the only way. Will you take my request to the commandant at Fort Angkor?
Well, I'll try to. I may have a little trouble getting back through the rebel lines.
That can be arranged. Delaga Khan. This is the badge of office of a messenger of the Khan. As long as you carry that with you, none of my countrymen will harm you. Even the rebels will respect it.
This is a great help, Your Highness. Thank you.
Get ready. Take it easy, Rogers. Go and get his horse. Run over him, Gerson! Use your quirt! Get in there, Gerson! Use your quirt! Run him into the ground! Run over him, Gerson! Drop on him! Run him into the ground! Get in there, Gerson! Use your quirt! Run over him, Gerson! Use your quirt! Get in there, Gerson! Use your quirt! Run him into the ground! Run over him, Gerson! Drop on him! Run him into the ground! Get in there, Gerson! Use your quirt! Drop on him! Pick me up!
I was getting worried about you, Tom. Did you find the con?
Yes, and he gave me an authorization for the colonel to bring in British troops to clean out the rebels.
Oh, good work, Tom. I hope we don't have any trouble getting back to the fort.
I don't think that'll be a problem now.
Good. Very good. Now we can move against those rebels and give them the lesson they've been needing for a long time.
When will you start?
Every single move we make's known by their spies, so we can't hope to take them by surprise. We must expect some pretty stiff opposition going through the pass. So we won't move until after dark tonight.
Could you arrange for us to go along?
Well, of course, I realize it's your splendid work that's made this operation possible, and I quite realize you're wanting to see it through, but I couldn't allow civilians, especially a woman, to accompany troops when there's sure to be a battle.
Well, I understand, Colonel, but couldn't we trail behind you?
We're not just looking for thrills, Colonel, but if you capture any prisoners, they may include the foreign agents who've been backing the rebels, and we could identify them.
Well, that would be a help. So, under the circumstances, I suppose it would be permissible, but you must keep well back of the column.
We'll keep out of your way, sir.
So Rogers must have gotten back to Fort Angleport.
This is serious. Very serious. It is as you said. My spy reports that the troops are preparing to move out of Fort Angleport tonight. It's too bad.
What do you mean?
My men have little heart for fighting well-trained soldiers with cannon. We will disperse and return to our homes. Perhaps later on, when the troops have gone, we will reassemble and take up the fight again.
But you can't do that. By then, the Khan will have built up his forces and you'll never defeat him. The time to strike is now. You have plenty of men and all the rifles and machine guns that we've sent you.
That's true. But my men are not accustomed to fighting trained soldiers.
Now's your big chance. If you can destroy the troops from the fort, then all their arms, even the cannon, will be yours. Then you can easily defeat the Khan and his remaining men and become dictator of the whole province. Then my country can openly furnish you with all the supplies necessary to maintain order.
The help I need is now.
Look, I can show you how to trap the whole regiment.
How?
They'll come up the pass and through the gorge, won't they?
It's the only way.
Then place your men in ambush at the head of the gorge. While the soldiers are deploying to meet your attack, we'll plant a charge of high explosives on the cliff above them and blow the whole side of the gorge in on top of them.
Are you sure it can be done that way?
Should be easy.
Yes. Yes, it could be done. Connie! Connie! Aye, mate! Hey! Back your leva!
Well, I guess the far enough ahead. We can get started now. Opposition. There's a rider coming. We better get out. Down.
Oh, I gotta keep going. Message to fort. Need reinforcements bad.
You'd never make it to the fort. You couldn't stay in the saddle that long. We'll take you back in the Jeep. Well, that shot came from up on the cliff. To the rear of the firing line.
Yes, sir. That's right. They must be working around behind us.
Well, I'm going up and make sure. If the rebels are trying to attack from the rear, I better warn the colonel. Can you get this man back to the fort?
Of course, Tom.
Good. Now, you be careful.
I will.
We can finish here. Take the detonator and go around on the other side. We'll be with you in a minute. That's good. Let's go. Go get that other pack of explosives. Let's get out of here.
Well, it was nip and tuck for a bit, and then the rebels lost their nerve and stampeded.
Did you capture any prisoners?
Yes, a good many, including the rebel chief who was wounded. But we didn't get the foreign agent we were after.
He probably never went back to the natives after he failed to set off that blast. And I'm sure he won't bother you around here again.
I'm sure he won't, but it's a pity we missed him.
Well, we may still catch him. We'll go on back to the coast and try to pick his trail up there.
Very well, and give my regards to Major Conroy. He's doing a great job. Come, I'll make arrangements to send you by plane.
So it looks like the rebellion is over, Major Conroy.
Apparently. But our troubles here on the coast aren't. I'm still getting reports of arms and munitions being smuggled in.
I suppose the gang will keep operating until we can run Kirk Daly down and the rest of the leaders.
Do you know if Daly is back here again?
Yes, he was seen around town yesterday.
And he can't be working alone. Do you have any line at all on other possible members of the gang?
No. We've never been able to connect him with anyone else since the smuggling operation started.
Was he around here before that?
Yes, he used to be head trader for the Barron Company. Barron became quite well-to-do and retired about 3 years ago. He just putters around these days.
Well, I used to do business with Barron before he retired. I might talk to him. Maybe he could tell us something about Daly's background that would help us.
Yeah, he might at that.
I'll give him a ring.
Hello, Barron speaking. Oh, hello, Mr. Rogers. Of course I remember you. Well, I'd be glad to see you. How about tonight? Say around 8 o'clock? 8 o'clock it is, then. Goodbye.
What does he want?
Didn't say. Said he just wants to see me.
Well, suppose he's figured out the connection between us.
I don't see how he could possibly have. But, we won't take any chances. My lighting plant is just outside this wall. We loosen the exhaust pipe. And when he gets here, you slip the hose into that ventilator intake.
But the fumes will get you, too.
I want it to appear that way. I'll have a cylinder of oxygen in my desk so I can revive myself.
Be easier to stick a knife in his back.
No doubt. But I want it to look like an attempt to murder both of us.
It'll take some time for the fumes to fill this room. So I'll manage to keep him talking.
That's the way you want it.
So then we made it safely back to port.
Tom, I'm sorry.
Vivian!
Rogers!
Get rid of your pistol. Now get in there and help them.
I can't. That room's full of carbon monoxide gas from this engine.
Disconnect the exhaust. Now the front door. Get in there and open all the windows. Hurry. Bring him over here by the door. That's far enough.
Not for me. If you shoot now, you'll get him.
Was that Daly?
Yes, he connected the light plant exhaust into the ventilator. He was trying to murder us.
Did he get away?
Yes, I missed him.
It's too bad. We might have got a lead on him. Hey, maybe there's something in his coat that might help us.
What is it?
It's an overlay. Marks a position on a chart. Which one, I don't know, but when I get back to the post, I'll check it with my charts. I might be able to identify it.
You suppose it has any possible significance?
Anything Kurt Daly has is worth investigating. So I'll check into this right away. We'll continue our talk later.
Of course, anytime. Goodbye. Goodbye, Miss Wells. Rogers got an overlay chart out of your coat pocket. What was it?
It marked the position of those bombs we catched off the Tan-Chin coast.
What? Well, those bombs were going to be used to blow up the Gorge Bridge and isolate Tan-Chin when our agents start the new revolt. Oh, they would be a serious loss. And even more serious than that, those bombs were marked by the name of the factory in my country which made them. If they're found, it would lead to very serious international complications. We've got to get that overlay back.
Do you know where Rogers took it?
Well, he said he was going back to his trading post to check it against his own charts.
I'll pick up Gerson and get right down there.
Good. Are you out of your mind?
There it is. The section off the Tan-Chin coast.
Tan-Chin? Well, that's where Major Conroy said they were expecting the foreign agents to strike next.
Everything checks.
What does it mean?
I don't know. But the overlay marks a spot off of Point Lava in about 4 fathoms of water. Now, that could mean that's where they dumped some contraband. They plan to sneak back and take it ashore later. It's worth looking into.
So obviously that means we're going to take the schooner out and do some diving.
Obviously. I'll call Major Conroy.
I'll take that chart overlay. And as for you, you've caused us enough trouble.
At least you got this overlay back.
Yeah, but they've been looking at it. If they spotted that mark on it, they'll be watching the place. We won't get a chance to pick up the stuff.
Suppose they try to dive for it themselves.
They could. Rogers has the equipment.
We can't let those bombs be recovered. We'll have to destroy them if we can't get them ourselves. Take Gerson out to the beach at once. He's a good diver. But before he starts bringing in any bombs, have him set a charge, which you can detonate from shore. Blow up any bombs that you don't have time to salvage in case Rogers or the Coast Patrol get close to them.
That'll do it.
Just about the point, isn't it?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
I'm not exactly sure either. This looks close enough. We'll keep looking around till we find something, or until we know that there's nothing here. Keep it just barely moving, Yank.
Aye, sir.
It's Rogers' schooner, all right. You'll have to stop diving now. It's a good thing you got the charge planted before they showed up. We may have to use it if they get close to the rest of the bombs.
I'll go down and look over the ground. Keep the ship right over me, Yank.
Aye, Skipper.
Okay, Hal.
Diver's going over. They won't find anything there. They're too far east.
I'll do that. He's on the bottom. Yes, Skipper. Okay. He's found something, but he thinks it's just old wreckage. I see. Okay. It's just old wreckage, so he's going to move on. Very slow ahead.
Still going ahead. If they go far enough, they'll be over the bombs.
Yes, Skipper. He says we're doing just right. Keep her as she is.
They're still moving. They must be staying over the diver. Almost over the bombs. The diver can't miss finding them now. Took care of the bombs, all right. But it didn't hurt the schooner. They're getting the diver aboard. We'll stand by and see what they do next.
The explosion must have been set off from shore. Probably wrecked anything that was left.
Yeah, but they may already have landed some of the stuff. Now I'll get the boat over. I'm going ashore and take a look.
We'll have to get rid of these bombs. Go down to the beach and keep him from landing until I get him up in the car.
here's a description of the car and the license number. You better have a copy, too.
Well, this will help find Daly.
Yes, and I want to get all the information I can about any of his friends and any of his possible hangouts. Then I'll get Major Conroy to start a search as soon as we get in. Then I want you to stop by Barent's and see if he'll give you any more information about Daly.
All right. The only way we'll end this trouble is to find Daly and the others who are working with him.
That's right. It's a better solution than stopping a revolt in one place and then having them smuggle in arms to start another one somewhere else.
Miss Wells, am I glad to see you? This man has threatened my life unless I made a deal with him. He was just explaining his proposition. I was stalling him for time.
Well, you won't have to stall any longer. Pick up that phone and call the police.
Huh? Oh, yes, of course. Now, do you understand the situation, Miss Wells?
Yes, I'm sure I do.
Then you must understand that your interference has made it necessary for me to change my base of operations. My concern now is getting out of the city at once, and you're going to help me.
What makes you think I will?
You certainly must see that we'll have to kill you immediately if you don't.
What do you want me to do?
Well, we'll need a fast boat to get us out to a certain friendly steamer. Phone your friend Rogers and have him bring a boat around to the old Barnum Wharf at 4 o'clock.
And then?
Of course, you'll both ride out to the steamer with us. As soon as we're safely aboard, you may go free.
You expect me to take your word for that?
I'm afraid you'll have to, won't you?
I'll see what he says.
Hello. Oh, Vivian. Where are you?
I can't explain now, Tom, but something very important has come up. I want you to get a speedboat and meet me at the old Barnum Wharf at 4 o'clock. I can't explain now, but it's very important.
Yes, Vivian, I understand. I'll take care of everything. Operator, trace that call.
You're rather clever, Miss Wells, but tapping out signals over the phone is too old a trick to fool me. And now, since your boyfriend will undoubtedly come here to rescue you, we'll be prepared to take care of him also. Kurt, go to the storeroom and get a rope to tie her with. Bring some gasoline. I'll only be able to take a few of my most important papers with me. Everything else here will have to be burned.
Thanks, operator. She was at Barron's.
Maybe in bad trouble.
She must be tapping out an SOS. Maybe Barron, too. I'm going to help them. I can't walk into a trap with my eyes shut. That's it. Give me a package of those firecrackers.
For why, Mr. Tom?
It's him, Rogers. Take care of him when he comes in.
Our investigators got a complete check on Barron. He was the head of the whole foreign organization here, taking his orders directly from their capital.
Well, that should be the last of any smuggling around here.
Yeah, looks like I can go back to trading again.
Yes, it does.
Mr. Tom, that mean you stay here, not leave me alone in store anymore?
Would you rather run the store alone?
Not alone. Get nice native girl to help me. She get good job, maybe we get married.
Well, if that's the way you want it, I guess I can take a vacation when you get things fixed up.
Whoopee! That's a very good idea, very good. Maybe you go on honeymoon too.
Me? Honeymoon? You know, Wang, I think you got something there.
Ah! Oh, we celebrate. No business today. We close the store. No business.